Thank you for joining us for this short video on how individual lobbyists can submit quarterly activity reports. Lobbyist activity reports are due quarterly between the 1st and 10th of January, April, July, and October. To begin filing your activity report, access the e-filing system through the link on the austintexas.gov Lobbyists webpage. Type in your filer ID, which should be a 5-digit number, your password, and select AUS Lobby from the drop-down menu. If you have a hard time remembering your password, you can reset it by clicking on the Forgot Filer ID or Password link. But we know our password, so we're going to click Login. Following Login, you'll need to verify or update your business and mailing address, and click Save. If you see anything that still needs to be corrected, you can select Update, click Accept if everything is accurate. On the landing page, you can manage your fines if you have any outstanding, update your profile, for instance if you need to update your password, phone number, addresses, or email, and manage your reports. This video is regarding filing an activity report, so we're going to click Manage My Reports. On the Manage My Reports page, you'll see your previously filed registration report or reports, along with any previously filed activity reports. Here, at the top of the screen, you should see you can start your activity report. If this button is grayed out, first check to see if the Start Registration Report button is active. If it is, you must complete that registration and pay your fees and/or fines before you can file the activity report. Then, check to see if there are any reports listed as in progress. Any reports in progress must be completed or deleted before filing your activity report. If deleting a report, refresh the page to bring the Start Activity Report button back to active status. If none of these are pending, please reach out to us at lobbyists@austintexas.gov. Before clicking Start New Activity Report, we need to make sure the registration report is up to date. This is important because the information in your registration's clients, employees, and municipal questions are copied into your activity report. If you start your activity report and then realize your registration is not current, you'll need to update the registration report, delete your draft activity report, and start again. So, let's review a PDF of our most recent registration to make sure it's current. We recommend printing the report out for reviewing. If you have any changes to make, you can return to the Home Manage My Reports page and click Update on your most recent registration report. In my case, my registration is up to date and accurate, so I'll proceed to Start Activity Report. First, select Yes or No to indicate whether you're terminating your registration with this report. Notice, if you select Yes, you'll receive a warning and be required to confirm once again that you're ending your registration as a lobbyist. Be aware, accidental termination cannot be undone. If you are unsure if you need to terminate your registration, please consult City Code 4-8. I am not terminating my registration, so we'll go back and select No. Next, we'll click Start Activity Report to continue to the cover sheet page. You'll need to indicate whether you've had any activity that needs to be reported. If you select No, you'll be asked to click this checkbox confirming all the items listed here are true. But we do have activity, so we're going to return to the cover sheet, reconfirm that we're not terminating our registration, and then choose Yes to start activity report. On the following screen, you should see a list of municipal questions. Double-check that these are accurate. If they aren't, click Go to Manage My Reports to update your registration report and start over. Remember to delete your current draft if that's the case. If they are accurate, then click Next. On the following page, you'll need to click View Edit Compensation for each of your clients and provide a compensation amount. Select the correct range of compensation from the drop-down menu and click Save. You'll need to select a compensation range for each client in your list. When every client has a compensation range established in the right column, click Next. On the following page, you'll be asked to verify your employees and associates. If they are not accurate, you'll again need to return to your registration report to update and start your activity report over. If everything is still correct, click Next to proceed to Expenditure Totals. In the Expenditure Totals section, enter a dollar value for each line that applies to you. Expenditures that are left blank will have a default value of $0. And click Next. Any expenditures that total more than $50 per day per city official must be entered into the next section. Any expenditure details that are specifically to the benefit of a city official must be detailed by clicking Go to Add City Official. Click Save to finalize the section, or click Save and add another to add multiple entries. When all expenditure details have been entered, click Next. In the Business Entity of City Official section, list any business entities you're required to report. Now at this point, you may notice the website has been guiding us down the left-hand column. It may be tempting to continue to that next step in the column and click on Statement of No Activity. But if you recall, our cover sheet stated that we do have activity to report. So the system should guide us past the Statement of No Activity and take us to the error check when we click Next. If there are any errors, you'll need to return to the corresponding section and address them before returning to check for errors again. Please be aware the error check verifies there are no technical errors in the filing. It does not verify you completed all legally required parts accurately. After all necessary information has been entered, you may preview your report. We encourage you to print a copy and thoroughly review your report before proceeding to file. Remember, this is only a preview. It does not have a timestamp in the upper right-hand corner, so to complete your filing, you must return to the error check, where, if there are no errors detected, you click Continue. Type in your name for your electronic signature, enter your account password, and click File Now. An email confirmation will be sent. If you do not receive an email, the quarterly activity report has not been filed. Retain a copy of that email receipt as proof that you filed the report by the filing deadline. So, to review, the quarterly activity report filing process can be broken into 3 main stages: prepare, create, and finalize. To prepare, first log in to the e-filing system and update and/or accept your business and mailing address information. Then, verify your registration information. If your registration button is enabled, file a new registration report and pay the registration fee. If the registration report is not due, update any necessary information to the latest registration if needed. Note, if you start your activity report before the registration report is accurate, you'll need to delete your in-progress activity report, update your registration, and start over. If any fees or fines are still due, submit payment for them. To create, first start your activity report and fill out the cover sheet. Confirm whether this is a final or termination report, and state whether you have reportable activity, or confirm your statement of no activity. Then confirm your municipal questions, add your client compensation, confirm employees and associates, enter expenditure totals and expenditure details, and add any business entities of city officials. To finalize, first check for and address any errors, preview or print a PDF of your report, file your report, and verify your receipt of the email confirmation. Some final thoughts before you go. Plan ahead. Pay your registration or late fees in advance in order to file your activity report on time. Registration fees can be paid online, in person, or by mail. Please see our registration report video for more details. If you have questions, refer to Austin City Code 4-8. You can also reach out to lobbyists at austintexas.gov for technical questions. Thank you for joining us for this training video. Please look through the rest of our playlist for more lobbyist information.